Mr. Chairman.
Welcome. I'd like to call this Committee on Finance to order, and we will start with the invocation. I'll call on Councilor Long.
Thank you. Father, thank you for this day, Lord, and all your blessings. Thank you for the beautiful day, Lord, and thank you for each person and business represented here at the meeting tonight. Please be with us and help us to make good decisions for your districts and for your county and for people that we care about and businesses that we care about. We ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Next on the agenda is approval of minutes.
Motion to approve.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next up, we have the Greenville County Equipment Master Lease Vehicle Replacement. Mr. Lambert.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, members of council, this is a resolution presented before you authorizing the equipment lease agreement in the amount of not to exceed $7 million. And basically what this is, it's a rolling fleet replacement vehicles, and they use the term master lease, but that's really a municipal financing term. These are vehicles that we will own.
All right. Thank you. Any questions on this item?
I have a question.
Councilor Long.
Thank you. Can you tell us, we don't have or at least I don't have the codes to tell what type of departments this is. Can you tell me what departments this is replacing vehicles on? That would be helpful.
Sure, Ms. Long. If you have the spreadsheet in front of you?
I don't right now, but I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The vast majority of these are for the Sheriff's Office,
Thank you.
Department 4110.
Okay.
The other larger departments are the Coroner, 4140, EMS, 4160,
Okay.
and Parks and Rec has a few, which is more so mowers and things of that nature.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to know, and are there any other, is this like you replace them every so often? Is this part of them or all of them or?
The majority are replacement vehicles. We got noted on the spreadsheet, for example, the mileage of all the vehicles. And
Right.
those decisions to replace the vehicles is basically made with the fleet services manager as well as the department heads. But we try and get them replaced at 150 or so thousand miles to keep the maintenance down and the reliability up.
Right. So like once a quarter, do you do a review? I'm just trying to figure out how the system works on replacement.
This is an annual lease. So every year, over the last number of years, we've been replacing about $7 million worth of vehicles.
Okay.
So X number will roll off, and we're replacing them with new vehicles.
Okay. Thanks for that clarification.
You're welcome.
All right. Anybody else? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion on this one.
Make a motion to approve.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Next up, we have the general obligation bond request, Twin Chimneys, Mr. Lambert and Mr. Lowe. Whoever wants to go first.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this is for the issuance of $10 million in bonds for Twin Chimneys landfill. And what it does is it's for the cell construction, for an additional cell. We're typically building a cell at all times. It takes several years or so to build that cell for the capacity needed to continue to serve the residents. And it does include as well a compactor and excavator, a couple pieces of equipment as part of this bond.
Okay. And I have a couple questions, but I'll open it up for anybody else. If anybody has any questions?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I do. So what is this bond covering with the entirety?
It's to build a 1.7 million cubic yard waste cell at the landfill, as well as the two pieces of equipment I mentioned earlier, compactor and excavator.
Okay. Yeah, I've been reading through a lot of it, but it's about 58 pages in it. But, so yeah, okay. Okay, I'm going to hold the other question too.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I did have a question. I know last year, I believe, we had approved one of these for 11.5 for a sale, I guess, the first process, and I just wanted to kind of see where we were with that process, or how much of that bond we have we went through since we're looking at doing it again, and why we decided to split those up, or if that's just something that came up because we finished that and we're moving on.
Can help Ted with this. Actually, this was the plan all along to split them up because we're not constructing two at a time just because of all the intricacies that go into building a cell, and we need to get the first cell open much quicker because we're running out of airspace, quite frankly. So this was kind of the plan, is to go ahead and get the one, I think it was 2 years ago, going, and then that one will start actually being operational as this one's being constructed. It's a continual build, and depending on the size of the cells that we're constructing tells us how long we'll be in them. Some fill up much quicker than others because of size. And there's all kinds of other science that goes into it, compaction levels and types of materials that's going into the various cells and things like that. And then all the piping and liners that go in. Basically, they dig a big hole, put in the piping for the gas collection, put in the leachate collection, the garbage juice, the good old garbage juice that we have to deal with. And then they can start utilizing the cell itself. So that's been kind of the plan. We'll have a series of these going forward. We still have quite a life left in that landfill. I can't give you an exact number of years, but it's in the probably half century worth of time left in the cell. And there again, a lot comes into that, depending on how well we do with construction of the cells and the compaction and everything else that goes into the collection and disposal of the garbage and waste.
All right, and that kind of brings me to the other question, which was kind of, is there any future projections on what we're looking to do next, as far as would next year, are we looking at possibly doing another one, or?
I don't believe next year we will. This
Okay.
this will actually take probably about 18 months to construct and all that. So I don't anticipate another one for probably a couple years.
Okay. And the only other question I had was, I was getting some calls today, so I'll make sure I ask, is there a chance that we'll have to potentially increase the tipping fees as a result of this, if this goes through?
I mean, that is just part of the overall operational cost of the landfill. We base it on all the factors that go in. This won't itself trigger an increase. But, like I said, we're always looking at the rates and everything, make sure we're being competitive and not giving the space away. It's a very important asset that we have out there that we want to make sure we capitalize it properly.
Thank you. And the only other question I have is more just personal information, but do we have a projected number of sales we're looking to eventually have? Like, what's the space allowed for?
I don't know the exact number of cells themselves, but we've got hundreds of acres still to go.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else?
Yes, I have my question or follow-up. Thank you.
Councilor Collins?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If we can get some type of bond status, like how many bonds we got laying around, not laying around, but, just out there, pretty much a status of the bonds that we have.
Oh, certainly.
And to what, and.
Yeah, the quickest way is to look at our annual financial report. It's got every outstanding bond that we have,
Okay.
every debt instrument that we have out there. That wouldn't pick up on this yet because obviously these haven't been issued. But that's the quickest way. That's where I would go to get you the information. You can get it, just look at the
Okay.
annual financial report.
I've got that. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Anything else? Hearing nothing, I'll entertain a motion on this item.
Motion to approve.
Thank you. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Next on the agenda, we have Greenville County Redevelopment Authority transfer of property, Worley Road. Mr. Lambert and Mr. Smith.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. So what we have here is 6 acres off of Worley Road, just off of Pleasantburg Drive. And this is a property that was donated to the county in 2015 from the developer of the shopping center right there. So we have no use for the property. We've had it for 10 years. I think workforce housing, Mr. Smith is able to utilize it for that, and he can talk a little bit about that.
All right. Welcome, Mr. Smith.
Thank you, sir. Good to see you folks again.
You as well. I guess I'll give it to you if there's anything you want to share about any kind of plans that you have, and I'll see if there are any
We've
questions.
had some very preliminary due diligence done with it. We've got a developer that wants to do a LIHTC project, but it's in the very early stages of being able to put together, see how well it will score. And so we've got to do some more environmental work out there to see if it would suit. But we have to have control of the property in order to be able to go much further in the process. And so that's where we are with that.
All right. The only question I had was, I mean, not really a question, but just confirmation, I guess, based on the map that I saw. There's really not much else that this property would be good for, considering it's kind of locked from commercial. It would need to be a residential space, I would think.
Exactly. It's, we would hope to be able to put some single-family residential up upon, right on Worley Road, and then the LIHTC development will be back behind it, close to where that commercial zoning section is in there. It's under 2 different zonings, as it is now, I think residential R7, 5, and C2. We'll have to do some adjusting around with that and ask for that as we go forward, but this is the first step, first domino to fall to be able to go into the rest of the due diligence for it.
Right, thank you. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question. So are you going to put some that's owners, or is it all going to be rental, or?
It'll be a mixture. We'll have a mixture of home ownership, and we'll also tie in the LIHTC deal would be
Okay.
for senior rental is what we're looking for right now.
Okay.
Senior low to moderate income rental.
Gotcha.
All right. Anybody else? Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir.
I'll entertain a motion on this one.
Motion to approve.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Next on the agenda, we have the 2025 Augusta Grove 10 Philo assignment. Mr. Burwell. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. The gentleman from the Assignor and the Assignee are here. If you want to ask them any questions, I can bring them up to the podium now if you have concerns. This is a fee in lieu that was approved by the county last April. It had a $10 million minimum. That's been met. The Finance Committee is being asked to approve the assignment of both the incentive agreement as well as the fee in lieu. Those documents are waiting to be executed by the parties. But in essence, this is in accordance with the fee in lieu statute for the state. And it's located in Piedmont, approximately 52 acres. And as I understand it, the expenditures have already met the minimum and continuing on. So that's a summary. If you have any questions of me from a legal perspective, I represent MDH, which is the assignee, and the gentlemen here who are assignor and assignee can respond to your questions.
Okay. I think you explained it pretty well, but I'll open it up for colleagues if there's anybody that has any questions on this one. Hearing nothing, I'll entertain a motion here.
Motion to approve.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you very much.
That was very quick, thank you.
Yeah.
One question on
Yes,
the
sir.
execution of the documents. They should be tendered, I think, to the county attorney after the committee of the whole is met and approved.
I'll refer that to the attorney to confirm there.
We'll want to see everything before it goes to committee and all.
Sure. All right, we'll make sure you have copies, and they'll
Or at
be,
least, just the drafts.
okay, that's fine. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. All right, next on the agenda, we have an update from Greenville County Historic Natural Resources Trust. Mr. Owen, welcome, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of council, for your entertainment, because we're not asking you to vote on anything. We come before you 3 times a year, which ties in with our 3 grant cycles, to give you an update on projects that are in the pipeline. Our whole intent on that is total transparency, and if there were a brother-in-law in the deal that we were unaware of, we want to know about it before we approve it and cause any embarrassment to anybody. So what we're bringing you are the projects that are in our our August cycle, but looking back real quick is foundational. Over the first 4 years, we've helped pay for and bring into county or state ownership 2,400 acres nearly. We've added to all 3 state parks, 1 new state park, a new county park, and then a number of conservation easements to ensure that they're green spaces that will continue to be working forests or working farms. Our average return is still in that $5 per county investment, and it's going to be more difficult over time with the price of land to do that, but we're proud to be able to bring in dollars from a lot of outside sources to help us do the things we want to do in Greenville County to keep the quality of life. In the August cycle, we had 5 applications. 4 were natural resources, which would be farms or forests, and 1 was a historic site. 1 was withdrawn by the applicant. That applicant is looking at a federal grant, and they needed to go through that process. So if that works, we would get those lands without county participation. The other one was withdrawn by the landowner themselves, who said they wanted to wait a year or 2 and think about it more and come back. So we have 3 grants that will go before our board next Monday night. But we also have 1 special project that was brought to us by county on a very short-term nature. Some land popped up for sale immediately adjacent to one of our parks. We'll share the status of that in a moment. And we would not do that for any other entity other than our parent, the county, because we're very strict on those 3 application deadlines. But on this one, we felt like it was important that we move on your behalf, and if it had to go through all the county process, the land would be gone. It would be houses right adjacent to the park. So with that, I want to turn it to my colleague, Jim O'Connor. Jim is the better improved replacement for me from District 17. Mr. Russo's proud of him, and he'll share the update on the projects that are in the pipeline.
Thank you,
Welcome.
Captain. Good evening. In 2024, the trust provided a $500,000 grant for the purchase of 65 acres that added to Paris Mountain State Park for Pipsissewa Passage. So 2 applications are an additional 23 acres in the Pipsissewa. We're calling 2 and 3. To add to that, the goal of these combined purchases is to add significant access to the park in an area that currently lacks good access. So the trust is proposing to invest $330,000 on these 2 projects that have a value of about $1 million. So these applications are being led by the Natural Land Trust, and along with our earlier investments, including the 150-acre Shiloh Ridge property, we've collectively added about 15% to the park. And significantly, as you know, that's an urban state park, so it's significant to have in this county. Project 40 is the Long Branch Creek Wetlands Complex. This is the first collaboration for the trust with one of the municipalities in the county, and this is Greenville City. This is an exciting project that's going to add about 17 acres that currently is owned by the Salvation Army, and it's going to add to an adjoining 4 acres owned by the city. And the vision for this project is that it's going to enhance our stormwater retention and community resilience in our urban Greenville area. The property is just northwest of Unity Park, and in addition to stormwater and resilience benefits, potentially we'll have some nature trails for users to experience wetland habitat and wildlife. And also significant, this is going to be the first investment by a private donor who's establishing a fund that hasn't been announced yet. So right now it's just private donor under the auspices of the Community Foundation of Greenville.
So that would be a $100,000 contribution to this project, so it's a significant step up by an individual, and we will be announcing that when this project goes to closing.
And if I can ask a question real quick there, just so I know, if somebody is interested in making those kind of donations as a private citizen, they just reach out to the trust?
They can. We are the same as a 501c3 nonprofit, as an instrument of a county government. We've had some small donations to date. Most of our matching funds have come from the South Carolina Conservation Bank. This is a real step forward. We have had grants. The Community Foundation has given 2 grants, $75,000. Greenville Women Giving has given $100,000. But this is a private donor with a sustained fund that will be there, and that person has been very specific about what they want. They want parks and open space that people can experience, and they happen to be very excited about this particular project.
That's great. Excellent.
Next slide.
Oh, yes, sir. I fell down on my job.
Yep, here for one reason. Okay, Southside Park, special request. This is a special request from Greenville County, and as Carlton mentioned, we're really happy to be able to move very quickly when the opportunity arises. We don't have this property under contract yet, so we don't want to be specific about where the property lies adjacent to this park. But just today, the owner has given us verbal acceptance of our offer, so we're excited about that. So it will add about 5% to the size of the Piedmont Park, and it just came open a few weeks ago, so we're really happy to have been able to move as quickly as that to serve Greenville County and its citizens. This project will not be eligible for a matching from our largest funding partner, which is South Carolina Conservation Bank. It may be of interest to this new anonymous donor, so we'll talk to him about that. But we're going to ask the Trust Executive Board to be willing to fund 100% of this project because it's significant and within our scope, so we'd like to do that.
We have a strong bias that any time you can add adjoining to an existing park, you add capacity, and that's been one of our highest priorities, and staff reached out to us on this one. I think we moved in less than 30 days from being aware of this when a sign popped up to making an offer and having it accepted. So with that, we'd entertain any other questions or comments you have, Mr. Chairman. But again, we're always love the opportunity to come before you, share what's going on. You'll see us back in December for our November cycle, but that's a report for the August cycle.
Well, thank you very much. I don't have any specific questions myself. I'll just say that out of anybody that comes before council, I think I've learned more from you than anybody, and you're willing to share that with us, and you don't really have to. You do it because you want to, so I appreciate it very much. And
thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Definitely a benefit to the county. Anybody have any other questions, or Councilor Farmer?
What are your plans with the Southside Park addition? Do you have any?
I'll turn that one to the people that manage Southside Park. We're
Great.
just helping them.
Yes, Mr. Farmer. So we're in the middle of renovating the park now. Part of our budget, it'll be repaving the road out there. And interestingly enough, we're also going to be working with some of our folks, with Judy. She has some grants, so not only are we going to be able to pave the road, but also pave the parking lots, do some stormwater features as well. So this property could potentially add another entrance to the park, which would help. Don't have any specific plans for it now, but we are going through that master planning process to say, well, are we adding trails, another soccer field, whatever it may be, additional parking, an additional road going into the park. So like Carlton mentioned, anytime we can add to an existing park, because there's really not that many opportunities to do that. Most of them are kind of landlocked or have houses, neighborhoods around them. That's something we look for.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Just curious. So appreciate it.
And if you'll look at that map, you'll see there aren't many other opportunities at Southside because it is built out.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a good example of why we say, though, that for our biggest funding partner, normally we would go to the South Carolina Conservation Bank. Their grants are dependent upon natural resources. This is an active park, so this one would be outside their criteria. I did vet it with them and tried very hard, but I know their rules, and I wasn't surprised with the answer.
Right.
But thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. All right. We will move on to the next agenda item, which is community project application, Upstate Circle of Friends. Mr. Lambert.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this is an application from Upstate Circle of Friends for an HVAC replacement. The amount of the request is $5,000. And like I said, it's to replace the 18-year-old HVAC unit in their job readiness training classroom with a more energy efficient split heating and cooling unit. So it's a good project. Total budget is $58.96. So it's about 85% of the project, their request here. And the remaining $896 would be funded by Upstate Circle of Friends. This is in Dr. Fant's district, District 25.
All right, thank you very much. Any questions on this one? Entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We have one final motion.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Have a good evening.